Hello, all my crafty people out there. It is time for our weekly project. If you haven't been here before, my name is Stephanie and I upcycle clothing. A lot of times, things I find at my local thrift stores, sometimes estate sales, and we make new clothing, accessories, or something in between. This week is a very easy project that you could put together very quickly, and it's kind of feeding into the fall. I know that some of you are already in the fall. I won't touch the fall till sometime in November, but it is a cute project and it's not too hard to thrift for this. This is a jean jacket. Now I paid $5 for it or $4.99 at the Goodwill. And it's kind of fancy, not really fancy. It's got the silver embroidery all over it, kind of like little scroll work. It's just stitching design, and your standard jean jacket, but it needs a little something. And then I found this t-shirt. I just thought it was funny, to tell you the truth. It's kind of funny to me. It's cute, but it's a little small for me, and it was $4.99 too. Now one of these might have been $1.50 or both if I caught them on the sale day. So we're going to combine these two and see how it goes. So if you want to watch, follow along, by all means do. Like, subscribe, let me know what you think, and I will catch y'all at the table. Okay, everybody, here is our jacket. It's a really cute jacket. I love the little swirly embroidery lines on it, or stitch lines on it. I think it looks really cute, but it's kind of plain, even with the little fanciness to it. And I hate these buttons. These are just black cut plastic buttons. Yuck. So those have got to go. And our shirt that we're working with is pretty funny. I think it is. It's cute, it's funny, it's funky, whatever. And it is just single stitched around the edge. There is nothing holding it on to that shirt otherwise. And I thought, I know that you've figured out we're going to put it on the back, because that's our wide open space on a jacket. So we're going to put it on the back. The thing is, I don't know if I'm worried about it going all the way to the bottom. In other words, I don't know if I really need to fill this entire panel. I think I can fill what I can with the picture and then just put some ribbon around it for edging and make the statement without having to go crazy. Now, if you want to go crazy, add lace to it, add rickrack to it, add buttons to it, add sequins to it, whatever you want. But I just kind of want it to be a little statement piece with this on the back. So the first thing we're going to do, not really much to do with this right now. We'll put it to the side. First thing we need to do is remove this piece off of the shirt. So let me get my handy dandy seam rippers. One of them. I've got like 100 pair of them, seems like. And let me take this off. Okay, this is obviously where we're going. I want to put this on the back of the jacket. I think it makes a really fun statement. And the only thing I have, it fits really well up here, but then it's square or rectangular, and it doesn't taper like the back of the jacket does. So I think I'm going to taper it a little bit. And how I'm going to do that is, I'll try and center it as best I can. And let's put a couple of pins up here at the top. Now I'm going to put some ribbon around the edges for a border, because I don't want it. I mean, the raw edges are fine because it's not fraying or anything like that. But I just want it a little more finished looking, so I have some dark, well actually it's kind of a silver gray grosgrain ribbon. Grosgrain ribbon, I think that's what they say, that we're going to put on there. I had a difficult time finding something in gold that was this gold. This is almost a brass gold, and it was not easy to match. So I ended up going with some silver. But I'm just kind of pinning it in places that I know are going to be okay, you know. And then what I thought I would do is I'd take my ruler and I would just line it up with that edge where the stitching is in that back and see if I can kind of draw a line. And I thought I would just cut it, trim it to fit that. I think that's the best thing to do. Let's see what it's going to look like on this side. I don't want to cut any of the glasses, so that's the piece I'm going to try and make sure I preserve. And there's a little more fabric on this side. It's almost kind of uneven. So I don't want to lose the glasses. Like that. And then, sorry, pollen count's high. It is definitely not cooling off down here. But this is a good fun project for the fall. And I will be able to wear it eventually. You know, October, November, something like that. So then I'm just going to unpin it real quick. Actually, you know what? I might just leave it pinned. And I'll just cut it with scissors. I was going to do the rotary cutter, but what's the point? I can do it with scissors. Nothing's going to hurt. And then I can pin the rest of it. Oops, there's that pin I was looking for. So I'm just going to cut on the blue line. Like that. It's okay if it's not, I mean, yeah, I've got a little piece right there. Because like I said, we're going to put ribbon over it. But we're just getting it cleaned up, shape-wise. All right, and see, now you can see it's a little more angled into this. And then we'll put the ribbon around the edges. It's not fancy, and I thought about getting a wider ribbon, but I didn't want it to take away from these big gold glasses. So let's take her over to the machine. You know, way over there, Mama. And I say that, y'all, because my mother makes fun of the fact that I say, I'm going to the machine when it's like, you know, 3 steps away. So let me take this to the machine and tack it down. I'm just going to sew a line around the edge. Okay, I have started to apply the ribbon, of course, before I turn on the camera. Isn't that kind of the way it happens? The only thing I'm questioning is how I'm going to end it. I started it at the bottom, and I think I'm just going to fold the ends under. I'm not going to worry about a super duper neat seam per se, but they will meet properly. So I am just pinning it along. Now I am mitering the corners, which I really don't know that much on how to do. In other words, what I've been doing is when I get to the end, I put a pin in straight like this. Sorry. On the edge. Like that. And then I'm just kind of finagling it. I'm just folding it till I get the point I want. I'm using my nail to push it under, and then I pin the miter down. Now, I am positive there's a better way to do that, but it works and gives me a nice mitered edge. I just, I don't know, kind of working with it as I go. And it's not the perfect way to do it, but it seems to work. It's a little ribbon. It's not even, it might be a ½ inch. It's probably a ½ inch. So it's not super wide, and it makes it a little more challenging to put a miter into. You do not have to miter this. You could do a straight line, and then 2 straight lines on the side. No fanciness. Just turn one of the edges under that's showing as a raw edge and be done with it. It doesn't take anything fancy. Okay, I took all the buttons off, and I don't know if you noticed when I was taking the buttons off, I didn't take the little strings out and clear the little button spots. And that's because I want to use those to get the next buttons in the exact right spot. So you can see all my little threads are still left. That's a little trick. It's a tendency of mine to want to just pluck all that thread out, but that's a bad idea if you want to get the buttons in the exact same spot that they were in. So we have 5 down the front, 2 on the pockets, and 2 on the cuffs. And since, again, I couldn't find enough of one button, I'm going to have these 5 go down the front. So they'll be down the front here. And then I have 4 of these. Oh, these are real pretty too. And I'm going to put 1 on each pocket and 1 on each cuff. That way, it won't look too obvious that all of them are different or that 4 of them are different. But it will, it'll give it balance. And they're all shiny. So I went with silver because even though there's gold on the back, all the lines in the jacket are silver. So I wanted to keep that dual coloration going on with the silver and the gold. So again, this is going to be the lengthiest part, probably, is just putting all these buttons on. So I will sew these on, and then I will try it on and show you how it turned out. Buttons make a huge difference, y'all. You can change anything with buttons, from your shirt, your jackets, anything. It just makes a completely different feel for a garment. So I'm excited to add these and get rid of these plastic black ones that were dull. Okay, everybody, I did not want to go over the top. I just wanted to change this one up. I wanted it to make a little more of a statement. So I took those black buttons off and I changed them out for these little rhinestone ones on the pockets and on the cuffs. And of course, we did the back. This was a fun, easy project, something you could do with friends. All of y'all get a great t-shirt that you like, pick up a good old jean jacket at the thrift store, and voila. It's a fun project. I hope y'all enjoyed it, got some ideas. If you did, by all means, like, subscribe, let me know what you think, and I will catch y'all on the flip side of our next project.